Hello everyone and welcome into the FedEx Preview Show. I'm Jonathan Merryman here with Marty Snider of NBC Sports. Marty, Penske's got this aero package thing
figured out.
2 for 2. Joey Logano goes on and wins that race. But for the second week in a row, I mean, the second place car had a chance coming off turn 4.
I thought the racing was fantastic at Las Vegas. And something that comes to mind when you think about how good Penske was, you go back to Atlanta and you think about Las Vegas, they weren't really good on Friday and in qualifying. And talking to a couple of crew chiefs, that's something that they've kind of learned that Team Penske has done. They may not be very strong on Friday, but they're very good when it comes down to the race. They're making big adjustments and keeping up with the racetrack.
And that's one thing, aggressiveness. It's Joey Logano written all over it. He locked himself into the playoffs. Here's what he had to say after Vegas.
Brad and I were so evenly matched, and the way the draft works, you just can't drive away. And my car got tight there the last 5-6 laps, and Brad was catching me so quick, and I got stuck behind a lap car, and I was like, oh no. But man, it was so close, and to be able to get it there at the end, that was a lot of fun. My heart's still running, but what a great team, you know, to get us back into the playoffs. It's a nice feeling.
All right, Marty, let's transition to ISM Raceway, reconfigured in the fall of last year. Still, Kevin Harvick, I mean, he's still the car to beat at that racetrack. His stats are ridiculous. 9 wins, 16 top 5s, 21 top 10s, all in 32 starts. He's the king in the desert right now.
The stats say that, but I wouldn't be so fast to say he's necessarily the guy to beat this weekend. Yes, Kevin Harvick, obviously very good at ISM Raceway, lots of experience there, but there was a time where they kind of lost their way at ISM. They couldn't figure out the racetrack, but I think last fall, you go back to that race, sat on the pole, they really, in my opinion, had the dominant car. They had that unusual flat tire in the first stage, but still showed speed during the race. So I think yes, Kevin Harvick is probably the guy to beat this weekend, but his edge over the rest of the field has diminished a little bit. I think there's other guys, they've kind of caught Kevin Harvick.
Somebody with a little bit of a heavy right foot, or maybe not not enough touch on the brakes last week. Kyle Busch, speeding penalty, kind of took him out of Vegas. When that guy's got a chip on his shoulder, he's coming back to a racetrack he won at the fall. So is Kyle Busch on your short list this weekend?
I think he's certainly motivated, no doubt about that. And when Kyle makes the mistake himself, that's when he really kind of tries to make up for it. I think they're certainly one of the teams to beat this weekend. Phoenix has always been a very good racetrack for Kyle Busch. So yes, he's going to be one of the guys to beat. And with the extra motivation, kind of hard not to leave him, not to put him on your fantasy team this weekend, I'll say that.
All right, dark horses in the desert. I'm going to give you 3 names.
Okay.
All right, Ryan Newman, he won there a couple years ago in the spring. Eric Almirola, really strong last fall, almost made into that Final Four at Homestead by winning that race last year. And then Austin Dillon posted a top 10 finish. William Byron as well. I lied to you. I'll give you 4. So out of those 4 guys, who do you think's got the best chance of maybe sneaking in and surprising some people?
I would go with Eric Almirola. To me, the Stewart-Haas cars are just too strong. And yes, he surprised a lot of people. I think he even surprised himself with how well he ran at ISM last fall. I think Roush Fenway, though, I like what they found the last couple of weeks. I like what Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was able to do at Las Vegas. I'm interested to see if they can continue that at mile-and-a-half racetracks. Flat tracks for them, it's been a different ball game. I think a bit tougher ball game for Roush Fenway, but I like what Stewart-Haas Racing has done. So Eric Almirola, very smart pick for your fantasy team this weekend. Probably still has a lot of uses left as well, so I would go with Eric.
All right, who's your lock-in this weekend?
My lock-in this weekend, if you're going to let me go first, I'm going to take Kevin Harvick because as we talked about, very strong at ISM Raceway. I think what they're able to do and how they're able to manage that racetrack, and to me, when they lost their way, it actually helped them get better because they had to work harder at finding a new way to get around that racetrack. They found it. I thought they were very good, and I think even despite the flat tire last year, they didn't win the race, but I thought they had the best car.
All right, Kyle Busch is mad. I'll take a mad Kyle Busch any day of the week. I'll take the 18 for Phoenix. And now where you can catch the race this weekend, make sure you tune into the Ticket Guardian 500 at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. Marty, thanks for joining us. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you right back here next week as we head out to California.